Okay, welcome back, guys, to episode 11. Sorry, I'm looking at the microphone. I should be looking at the camera. Episode 11 of our Slimefun series, and Josh is still being JJ. Don't hide, Josh. We know that Mojang think you're a hacker and that they're not going to give your account back.
I'll open my texture packs right now. See what I've got in there.
You have to sweet talk them, mate, and let them go. All right, so I've done a heap. I've actually done a little bit of work in this server, just building stuff, and I'll showcase a lot of that after our Slime Fun segment. What we're going to do this episode for Slime Fun is the magical items. So if we go into our Slime Fun book, we're not going to worry about resources because you research that and you get the resources. Christmas is. Oh, there's a heap of stuff there now. They must know about updating. Fruitcake. That's food. Basically, it's just recipes, guys. There's recipes in magical workbenches, and all it is recipes there. So you can follow that yourself. That's easy enough. What we want to do is food's the same. It's just recipes. Put stuff in a juicer, etc., etc. You can research all that yourself. What we want to go on with is the magical items. And most of the magical items, half of them are fairly easy. They're recipes, but we want to go into the items that you need to make a magical altar. Because it's a multi-block structure that you need to get things to work. So, Josh, I last week I think you remember I asked you to make a magical altar, mate. Where is it? Up there. Is it up there, Josh? Is it up there?
Yeah, it's actually outside the world, and we can't access it for some reason.
It's okay,
yeah.
Josh. I have a magical altar, so we're going to do guys. We're going to go on a bit of a journey. We're going to go to my base here, so I'm going to go home base.
See, this is the reason I didn't build one. I want to see your place.
You've seen it already. Okay, TP here, J. Here we go. This is my base, Josh. There it is. Pretty cool, eh?
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
It's all here. It's underwater. That's it. That's it. Pretty technical base.
Just having a bit of a swim.
Let's come out here, mate. So if we step on this is a really cool feature. We'll explain this in later episodes, but this is an elevator. So we step on the pressure plate, we go level 1, and there we go down to level 1. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So down here, this is a cave system I found when I started building this place, and I've just been sort of developing it. And in here is my magical altar. Oh, that's pretty bright. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's alright.
So there it is, guys. We have a enchantment table that actually is an actual ancient altar, and we have what do we call these, Josh? These were
pedestals.
Ancient pedestals. They look like dispensers, but they're ancient pedestals, and there's 8 of them around a block.
Yep.
All right, and this is how it's laid out. So you've got the altar in the middle, and 2 blocks out, north, south, east, and west, or a space of 2. So 3 blocks out are your pedestals, and then diagonally 2 blocks out is your other pedestals to make this circle.
Now, I'm not cheating. I'm just gonna /fly just so I can get a good view on this, just so you can see. Sorry,
I've been in creative mode most of this week. So I've been setting up the server for the players and doing a bit of stuff for them. As an administrator, we do that. So that's what it looks like, guys, from above. Takes a little bit of making, so let's go to the recipes first and have a look at. First thing off first is we're going to make our ancient altar. So let's go back.
I'm going to magical gadgets.
Oh, yeah, magical gadgets. Okay. So in our magical gadgets, we have our ancient altar. To make that, we need a magic workbench. Now, the magic workbench is basically a bookshelf next to a crafting table and a dispenser. Is that it?
Yeah. So a bookshelf, a crafting table, and a dispenser.
Yeah.
Alongside each other.
And that's your magical workbench. So you put this in this format. So you need 8 carat ingots, level 3 magical lumps, and obsidian. Gives you an ancient altar. And the pedestals, which I think is in the magical items.
Yep.
Ancient pedestals is again magic workbench, 8 carat ingots with obsidian and stone in that formation there.
And it gives you 4 each.
You get 4 of them. So you only do this twice, and you get the pedestals that you need.
Yeah.
All right, lay them out like this, and you have your magical altar. Now, where are we? We're going to race through this, guys, because this is fairly straightforward. All the magical lumps, pretty straightforward. You go to level 1, it's nether wart in a grindstone. Gives you 2 magical lumps. Okay, you keep doing that. Once you get to that, you go your magical lump 2 in an enhanced crafting table, which is the very first block we made. 4 of them to make level 2. Level 3, 4 to make level 3. And it goes all the way up to the top. Same for the ender lumps. You go to a level 1 ender lump, put an eye of ender in an enhanced crafting table, you get an ender lump. And again, it's the same all the way up to level 3.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Magical book cover, straightforward. It's a book with magical lumps in an enhanced crafting table. Gives you a magical book cover. Okay. Now the lava crystal, this is the tricky one. All right. Yes, it's in an enhanced crafting table, and it's got magical lumps and blaze powder. But the big one is the ancient rune, and this here is where we need to use our ancient altar. So this will be the first time you use it. Now notice it's got 9 items to slot in there, and you've got to put it together in such a format. So Josh, we're going to go into creative mode. We're going to grab these items. Okay, here we are back again. I've got the recipes I needed. Okay, and what we're going to do is, what we need to do, if we go to the recipe here and look up the lava crystal, we need the ancient rune of fire. And here's the recipe. So we need 4 fire charges in the corner. Here, Josh, I'll give you these items. So let me
yep.
take that, take that, and the flint. So we need the fire charges in those corner ones where you're standing. So all you need to do is right click on the altars, and it sticks it in there like that.
Yep.
So the next one, we need to put the magical lumps north south. So this one here and the one on the opposite. And then the next one we do is blaze powder on that side and the flint and steel on that side. And in the middle, what you need to do now is, before you put something in the middle, what happens when you grab the what's the rest? We need the earth ancient rune in there. If you right click on the altar now, it should start giving you a it should start crafting for you. Did it do it?
Just right click it.
Yep. Anything happening?
Use the correct recipe.
Is it the wrong recipe?
Wait. Oh, I've got to right click it with the ancient.
Yeah, right click with the ancient rune, and something's missing. We've lost a flint and steel.
Flint and steel. I've got flint and steel.
Yeah, in there on this one. There we go.
Oh.
Now right click it with the rune in the center. Yeah, and there we go. Now it's starting to craft. You can see all the stuff happening, and it's pulling all the items in. You can hear the sound happening. Boom, and there it is. Did you get your item?
It spawns next to it somewhere here.
I might have picked it up.
Yeah, I think you might have picked it up.
And that's what happens, guys. You can actually, I think you might be able to put a chest next to it, put into a chest, but we'll see. Unless that's a mod pack there. Use the mod packs. And that'll give you a ancient fire rune. So that's how the recipes work in the magical altar. So you right click on all the pedestals, and the item in the center, you right click the altar with the item that's supposed to be in the center with your hand, and then it starts to make everything for you. And after a little while, it builds the item that you crafted.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you do it. So it's nothing really hard about it. People balk at this because it's a little bit complex, but in the end, it's not that hard. You craft your items, the altar and the pedestals, and providing you follow the recipes in the book, okay, you'll have no problems with it.
And it does look cool when it happens as well.
It does. It's got good animations there and particle effects. It's pretty good. Common talisman. Again, that's another recipe in a magic workbench. We'll duck back and show them the magic workbench too. Necrotic skull. Again, magic workbench. Essence of Afterlife. Okay, that's a magic altar one, and you can see there the essence of Afterlife. Now this was going to make a weapon for us, wasn't it?
This is going to make the soulbound weapons.
Ah, yes. Now look at the recipe for this. You need to make ancient runes, fire, which we just made, water, earth. Right, another one. You need to make a blank rune. Wow, so you've got the essence of Afterlife is a huge recipe.
Yeah.
Massive recipe. Any wonder people don't tend not to go there. What's the next one? Broken spawner. Now, the broken spawner, we showed you how to get that with our tools using the pickaxe of containment. Now, I'm pretty sure you use the ancient altar to fix the spawner. So let's get onto that, Josh.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a reinforced spawner here. If we go into magical gadgets, we have a reinforced spawner. Now, this is how you repair the spawners. If you've made a pick of containment and you've got a broken spawner, this is how you fix them. You need a flask of knowledge. You need ancient runes of Ender, which we've shown you how to make those in the altar. You need an essence of Afterlife. Would you really want to go down this path? My goodness, 2 of them. So the flask of knowledge. How do we make a flask of knowledge?
From memory, it's something to do with your XP, and you have to put the XP in the bottle.
Okay. All right, we'll get back to that one, guys, as far as that goes. But there's the recipe for it. So the magical items, not that it's very probably mid to late game, this stuff, because you need a lot of stuff to do this, eh?
Yeah.
But again, don't be scared of it. Put it together. Work your way through it all, because even though the recipes are fairly big, the rewards at the end are really good. So if we go into, Josh, if we go back to magical gadgets, these elemental staff, let's elemental staff of wind. Okay, this isn't a magic workbench, mind you. It's an elemental staff with an ender lump with some magical lumps. This stuff here, if you can make this elemental staff and have a heap of steak and a elytra wings, you can fly in this server. Are you there, Josh?
Yeah.
You were dumbfounded where you went, oh, you pick your mouth up, Josh.
Oh my god.
And we'll show you how to do that. We might show you how to do that next week, guys, because that's a really cool thing. What we're going to do now, Josh, is we'll quickly go into what I've done on this server as far as builds go. So, guys, if you have any questions on this magical altar, put right in the comments any questions you have or queries you have, and we'll answer them as best we can for you. Also, hit the like and subscribe button for us. It helps us out. It's really cool that you do it. And yeah, so that's the magical altar. It's pretty straightforward. Just a lot of crafting, a lot of recipes to get through. So, server stuff. Josh, type in warp. Actually, let's go home first. Let's go home YouTube first. Let's go back to our base.
Yep.
Into our house, and we'll show them we'll show our viewers the magical workbench while we're here. So that's it there, guys. That's the magical workbench. So it's just a crafting table, bookshelf, and a dispenser. You put your items in the dispenser. Right click the crafting table, and you get your item.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Okay. Slimefun is not a hard plugin, eh? It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty. Everything's there that you need.
Yeah. So what have I done? I've done a heap of work on this server over the last week. I was finding it was hard to get villagers to breed up in the pods up here because I was too far away all the time. So what I've done is I've copied one of our players, Chorus Conflicts builds, and made a little pod down here.
Okay.
Filled it with wheat, fed the villagers. There's up here, if you look up here, Josh, there's a villager in a minecart just up here.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, and what it basically is these villagers down here associate as a village with this fella up here in the minecart, but it doesn't recognise that there's enough villagers in the village. So this little area up here is considered a village, and because you've got 8 doors there, the mechanics of Minecraft says you've got 8 doors, you need to have X amount of villagers. And because these fellas are breeding too far away from these doors, the game thinks that there's only ever one village there, so it keeps breeding. So you can have an infinite amount of villagers down here, breeding away merrily, thinking that they don't have enough people in their village yet. Now, it doesn't spawn golems here, because you need every 16 villages you get a golem.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that because technically down here is not the village. The village is up here.
Up there is. Yeah.
So once I get these villagers up into the pods up here though, that'll all change. We'll start spawning villagers. So they're just breeding away merrily there, and we'll keep going from there. All right, the next item I built was a wheat farm. This is for this is for fairly new people here that don't know how to build farms. This is straightforward. All I've done is tiered some wheat blocks. Now the top tiers up here is 8 wide, but you can actually go a lot wider here if you wanted to. I usually go 8 wide, and the top ones go 7, so it's 7 blocks that way. So the water can fall down on the 8th block, because water travels 8 blocks total.
Yep.
And then it goes another 7, and then goes down another block, and goes another 7. And then the last block, I usually make 8, so the water stops just before it hits the hoppers.
Yep.
Now, all I need to do now is hit that button there, and that turns these dispensers on up here, which have water buckets in them.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty straightforward, really easy setup. All right, repeat along the ends, redstone there, and if we go underneath here, I've got a little tunnel down here that has redstone. So the button's sitting just up here, turns the redstone on, puts a signal all the way through, gets boosted on by repeaters. Those that don't know, redstone travels 16 blocks, I think.
Yep.
Before the signal runs out. So if you put a repeater in there, it just boosts the signal back up to 1 again. Reversed it, and I have basically a redstone, a block, a redstone, a block. So it actually has the redstone turned off.
Yep.
So when I press the redstone button, it reverses everything, turns the redstone on the top, releases the buckets.
Yep.
Okay, pretty straightforward. So that's one thing I've got. Now you can do this. You can plant anything here. You can plant beetroot, carrots, potatoes, anything in that. So that's a basic design. Okay. Oh, the very last thing we need to show you is a feature that we've been working on with a couple of guys. Type in Warp Casino, Josh.
Oh.
Okay, and this is our casino. Built by Chorus Conflict. He did a really good job. I did the basic ground pattern.
Yep.
But I tend to suck at building and decorating. So Chorus came in and dressed it up a little bit for us. Now, you can get plugins that do slots for you. But I find that if you get a plugin for everything that you want to do, you end up with 100 plugins on your server, and it tends to really lag your server out a little bit and slows your game down a touch.
Yeah.
And then you have to go and buy more RAM to speed it up and all the rest of it. So what I've done here is I've utilized 3 plugins that I've already had. I've utilized Citizens 2, which allows me to make little players. Crazy Crates, which is a really good plugin by Bad Bones. I use that for the voting crate, so every time someone votes they get a voting key and they can get rewards out of the crates. And I use the shop plugin, which is just a really simple GUI style shop setup where you can buy and sell items. So here's the game concept, right? You can't get those until you get a key. So you come over here.
Yep.
You right click on the cashier who will sell you a token. So I'm going to go buy, let me buy, let's say 16 gold tokens. There you go, Josh, you can have some of these.
Thank you.
So they're your chips. So we walk over to the slots, and you can only use those gold chips on the gold slots. Actually, give me some back, Josh, so I can show my viewers.
Oh, hold on, I'll
Don't get caught in. No, okay.
Better luck next time from the console. Thanks, console. The best.
Just give me half of them.
Yeah.
Alright, and all you do is you click on them, and you'll get a chance. There's about a 3% chance of getting a win. Oh, I missed one. Better luck next time.
Oh, I got a 7% chance of a yellow brick.
No, you don't. I think they've... Oh, no, I've changed those. I've got to fix that up. Thanks for that. Right, so there's your prizes here, guys. You've got yellow coin, which is actually 5%, not 10%. You've got yellow brick, which is 3%, not 7. Yellow block, which is 2%, and the jackpot is 0.5%, which is 10,000 cash. And people sit here and they'll just click away. Hopefully they'll get something. The wall gets you nothing.
We'll get you nothing.
Get you zip. And that's how it works. I've got to do a little bit of work. It's still a few bugs. I need to get the console chat out of there and put it into a different area. But when you win something, you come over here, back to your cashier, click on this little lash, and then you can cash in all your prizes for cash. Alright, pretty sweet.
Ah.
So
oh my god.
It's a working casino, working slots for the sake of 2 or 3 plugins that you already had in your game. So yeah, pretty neat. And we've got a formula set up for the slots, so you get about a 3.5% chance of winning on all the slots except for the big one. Now the big one's a $100,000 a chip, and you get a 1% chance of winning $10 million. So people have a go at that. What's to come is over here is Teddy Two Fingers. He's my loan shark. Okay, I'm going to set up a quest in here, so if you need cash you can borrow it off this fella, but you better pay back on time or this guy's going to send the boys around on you. And you might get put somewhere where you don't want to be.
It's a bad place.
Bad places. Future episodes up here, we're going to have another plug-in for cards, so we can actually have a couple of card games going on up here in the casino, which is pretty sweet.
That, eh?
He's done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll get on with the next phase of Slimefun, and pretty soon, Josh, we'll be starting on other plugins for this server. I reckon we could just about get stuck into some more features for Slimefun, for the Slimefun server. So if you're liking the series, please hit the like and subscribe button, and also go over to Josh's channel, which is JLander177.
Not JJ45.
Not JJ456, just JLander177. If you Google it, there's one that says fairy dust or something.
Jumping out the window.
Go and check that out. And we'll see you next time on the Survivoroo with the next instalment of Slimefun. See you later, guys.
Bye, guys.